Warning. This video contains strong language and opinions. If you're easily offended, don't watch.
Hey there, YouTube Medwitch here. I'm going to try something a little bit different today with my editing. I did get a new tablet. It's on loan, but it works. I'm having a better time with it, actually, to be completely and totally honest. But today, like I said, I want to try something new, and we're going to be talking about Feminist Frequency's 25 reasons of male gamer privilege. Yes, male gamer privilege. I'm going to keep doing this. Um, so it's an older video. It's from December 2014, so it's fairly old. But I did come across it, and being a male gamer myself, there's just something, just what?
I can choose to remain completely oblivious or indifferent to the harassment that many women face in gaming spaces.
And that makes you a complete and total dickweed. I mean, for real, if you see online bullying, you should report it or step up and be like, dude, knock it the fuck off.
I am never told that video games or the surrounding culture is not intended for me because I am male.
So I guess we live back in the 1980s where little itty bitty boys are like, but you're a girl, you can't play video games. Games are for boys. Is that what you're going about? Is that what you're really going about? I mean, stupid, just really stupid. More and more women are becoming gamers, and guys don't give a shit. Guys actually find that very attractive and pretty cool just to have a female friend to play video games with now and again.
I can publicly post my username, gamertag, or contact information online without having to fear being stalked or sexually harassed because of my gender.
If you know anything about gaming, you should not be putting your personal information on anything, including social media and your gamer tag. Don't do it. It's stupid. I don't care who you are or where you're from. You don't put your stuff on the internet because eventually someone's going to get pissed off enough and they will start harassing you. Don't put your personal information on the internet.
I will never be asked to prove my gaming cred simply because of my gender.
So far throughout this entire video, I question everyone in this video if they've even played if they've even seen a gaming system in their life. Now, nobody's going to ask if you're a credible gamer unless if you say that you're a professional. When I hear somebody say, yeah, I'm a gamer, I'm like, oh, well, what system do you have? What games do you play? Would you like to exchange gamer tags? Would you like to play online sometime? Those are the kind of questions a real gamer asks. They don't ask, oh, you're a gamer? Well, prove it. Nobody does that. Male or female, we exchange, we communicate with each other. That's how our community grows.
If I enthusiastically express my fondness for video games, no one will automatically assume I'm faking my interest just to get attention from other gamers.
This kind of goes along the line of the gaming cred. It's when you express your fondness for video games, it's not to impress another person. It's not to impress the opposite gender. What it does is it sparks a conversation because now you found somebody who has a common interest with you, male or female. And then you start getting into conversations like boss battles and secret dungeons and secret items and hidden doorways or, many other things.
I can look at practically any gaming website, show, or magazine and see the voices of people of my own gender widely represented.
That's because most gamers are male. And if you really want to see female people representing video games, then watch shows like E3. There's females all over that show.
When I go to a gaming event or convention, I can be relatively certain that I won't be harassed, groped, propositioned, or catcalled by total strangers.
I'm only going to assume you're talking about professional cosplayers. It's their job to walk around, take pictures, meet fans and everything else in the gaming community. Kind of like meeting Mickey Mouse or Cinderella at Disney World. You know, you gotta think about it that way. And for those who are not professional, you know, I don't see that happening as often. People are there for the games, not for half-naked chicks.
I will never be asked or expected to speak for all other gamers who share my gender.
Again, you need to watch shows like E3. Female gamers don't represent all female gamers. They represent gaming in general. Nobody talks about gender when it comes to gaming, just the games themselves.
I can be sure that my gaming performance, good or bad, won't be attributed to or reflect on my gender as a whole.
You play Call of Duty? Trust me, there are a lot of female gamers that will stomp the shit out of you in that game. Not even kidding, they make me sweat, and it doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. All that matters is your skill at that particular game.
My gaming ability will never be called into question based on unrelated, natural, biological function.
This is just a repeat of the last argument, so I want to say it again. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, it just matters how skilled you are.
I can be relatively sure my thoughts about video games won't be dismissed or attacked based solely on my tone of voice, even if I speak in an aggressive, obnoxious, crude, or flippant manner.
Some people just don't like games and they're going to express their dislike for them.
I can openly say that my favorite games are casual, odd, non-violent, artistic, or cute, without fear that my opinions will reinforce a stereotype that men are not real gamers.
Just by you saying that makes you a complete and total bigot. It doesn't matter what kind of games you play. If you play a game, or any games, period, you are considered a gamer, no matter what.
When purchasing most major video games in a store, chances are I will not be asked if, or assumed to be, buying it for a wife, daughter, or girlfriend.
What about collectibles? That's geared towards younger people and especially females.
The vast majority of game studios, past and present, have been led and populated primarily by people of my own gender, and as such, most of their products have been specifically designed to cater to my demographic.
That's because people in your demographic are the primary consumers of the product. You're not going to see tampons directed towards males because males don't buy tampons. Plain and simple.
I can walk into any gaming store and see images of my gender widely represented as powerful heroes, dastardly villains, and non-playable characters alike.
Tomb Raider, Metroid, Resident Evil, Fable, Mass Effect, any MMORPG, just to name a few.
I will almost always have the option to play a character of my gender, as most protagonists or heroes will be male by default.
Again, you're repeating arguments.
I do not have to carefully navigate my engagement with online communities or gaming spaces in order to avoid or mitigate the possibility of being harassed because of my gender.
And neither do most female gamers that I know.
I probably never think about hiding my real-life gender online through my gamer name, my avatar choice, or by muting voice chat out of fear of harassment resulting from my being male.
And neither does any female gamer I know.
When I enter an online game, I can be relatively sure I won't be attacked or harassed if and when my real-life gender is made public.
What is up with you guys repeating arguments? Knock it the fuck off.
If I am trash-talked or verbally berated while playing online, it will not be because I am male, nor will my gender be invoked as an insult.
I could already tell that people call you a whiny little bitch when you get your head blown off in a video game.
While playing online with people I don't know, I won't be interrogated about the size and shape of my real-life body parts, nor will I be pressured to share intimate details about my sex life for the pleasure of other players.
Yeah, you don't play games, you small-dicked motherfucker.
Complete strangers generally do not send me unsolicited images of their genitalia, or demand to see me naked on the basis of being a male gamer.
And people who do that should be reported. You can report people, you know that, right?
In multiplayer games, I can be pretty sure that conversations between other players will not focus on speculation about my attractiveness or sexual availability in real life.
This happens to both genders, and yes, it is very immature. You can report them.
If I choose to point out sexism in gaming, My observations will not be seen as self-serving, and will therefore be perceived as more credible and worthy of respect than those of my female counterparts, even if they are saying the exact same thing.
And this is the perfect example of a white knight male feminist piece of shit.
Because it was created by a straight white man, this checklist will likely be taken more seriously than if it had been written by virtually any female gamer.
Well, I'm a male gamer and I still don't take you guys seriously. So, I don't see the point of this argument. And, you guys just make absolutely no sense. Being a gamer, whether male or female, comes with its responsibilities. You need to be able to take action for yourself, to protect yourself online in any situation. Just like in social media, there is a block and report button for people who make you feel uncomfortable or who are sending you those solicited dick pics or unsolicited dick pics. Sorry about that. And unfortunately, these things do happen. But it comes down to the individual to take responsibility. You cannot force somebody to act a specific way. That is just preposterous to even think you can do that. Now, I understand that a lot of people do give shit online. I, for instance, play Titanfall. There is so much trash talking on Titanfall. And there's trash talking in Halo, and there's trash talking in Call of Duty, and all these other first-person online gaming. It happens. There's trash talk all over the place. That's because gaming is competitive, especially when it comes to skill-based games such as first-person shooters or sports games. People are going to trash talk, like, oh, in your face, or, stuff like that. You can't be offended. You just can't. And yes, people are going to be like, are going to say, stop acting like a whiny little bitch, or, oh, did somebody's feelings get hurt? But things like this are going to happen. And if you're going to be so easily offended by these things, don't play games. Just don't ever leave your house ever again. Don't ever get into any sort of competitive sport. It's going to happen. And as for gaming being a male demographic, this is true. The majority of gamers are male. Therefore, it's going to be more geared towards men than women. There are games out there that are feminine, I guess you can say, or childlike or whatever. It really doesn't matter. To me, games are games. And everybody has their little niche. I've met female gamers who love first-person shooters and whoop ass at them. And I don't judge them based on their gender. I don't judge their skill level because they're a woman. I judge their skill level based on their gameplay. If they whoop my ass in game, they whoop my ass in game, and they're a better gamer than I am. It doesn't matter. When people show their love for gaming, it should never be in question if, oh, well, this person's really talking about this game, like, really hardcore. I wonder if they're a real gamer. No, obviously, if they're talking about something that they love and they're being accurate about it, then they've obviously played that game and they've obviously do love that game, and that sparks a conversation. For instance, you're out walking about and you hear a conversation about your favorite game. You're like, huh? And then you go over to them and be like, excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear you're talking about such and such a game. I play that game as well, and I really like it. And then you guys start having this big conversation about boss fights and hidden dungeons and secret items and Easter eggs that are hidden all over the place. Gaming is gaming. Whether you're male or female.
Alright, that does it for today. If you enjoyed watching this, hit that like button, share it with your friends and family, and maybe subscribe? Subscribe, hit that little subscribe button right there, right here. Yeah? Don't click the screen, I can't do that yet. And, as always, blessed be.